Good afternoon, everyone. One thing I've always heard is it's not easy to search by address in Matrix. There's the speed bar on top, and that speed bar is cumbersome. It has to be exactly the same format to type it in, street number, street name, but some people put street designator or like a prefix and a suffix, and it just messes it all up. So what we did is we came up with two solutions for you to search by address. And so I'm just going to steal the screen and let's go to my dashboard in Matrix. So hopefully you're seeing my Matrix dashboard.
Yep, sure are.
Perfect. All right. So I got rid of all my widget except for the quick search. And in the quick search, we modified it slightly so that the street number and street name is right up here. So you don't have to go looking for it. It's right in your quick search. Now, if you prefer to do a search, you can also go up here under cross property and select fast address search. And when you do that, it's going to look a very basic search, but basically you have your street number, you have your street name, here you have the unit number, the city, and the zip code that you can search that way. Now, I know some people just want to type it in up here, like 123 Main Street, but if you type in M123 Main Street, uh, not gonna like it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like a hit or miss.
Sorry,
Especially,
Jeffrey, could you enlarge it? I think on my screen is kind of
sure. Let's go back to this one. The better.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger there.
I
thank
can make
you.
it bigger. There we go. Yeah, so we added, like I said, on the quick search. And if you don't have this widget here, you can go to additional, and it's called the, where to go, search. So I'm just going to pull that one out, and it's right here. And like I said, you have the street number, street name, street suffix, or sorry, unit number. That's the quick, fast address search. Or if you want to go under cross property, you're going to go to hover over search, go to cross property and select fast address search. And now you have the street number, street name, unit number, city, and zip code. So it's very simple. You can still use a speed bar. Nothing's stopping you from using speed bar, but we found that a lot of people were complaining about the speed bar because it's kind of a hit or miss. When you have a street like Alameda de las Pulgas, not going to find it. When you have when you type in a street name or if there's a unit number in there, not going to find it. Sometimes just putting a street number is like a hit or miss too. So we do recommend just doing a regular search this way. If you go to the regular residential search, we do have it there as well, by the way, right? It's right down here below the map search. There's your street number, you have your street direction, street name, street suffix, and unit number. So you really have three different ways of search, or technically four different ways of searching by by address. So try it out and give it a go. Mark, you look like
Jeffrey,
you want to say something. Oh, Dave, go ahead.
I was going to say, I often tell agents to use the cross property method, just because just in case the agent, they're not sure where that property is, did the agent put it as a single family, as a
Right.
multifamily?
Is it a
And if you're just
duplex?
using that, right, residential search, even though you might have the right address, it might not pop, right? As opposed to that cross property searching the entire database, right?
Correct. And it's also there under cross-property quick search. We have the address search. So
Mm.
keep that in mind. If you can't find a property by typing in the address in the speed bar, just use it down here or use one of the four other options you can search by address.
And Jeffrey, I've always said that, street numbers are somewhat unique. And my example is this. Right now, you've got nothing entered on this criteria page for a matrix search. So
Correct.
it's searching 25 years worth of data and every single type of property you could possibly imagine, right? And that's why it says down there in that lower left corner, 2,500 plus matches. But if you went to street number and typed in 18601,
Now we're down to
421,
421.
you have gone from thousands and thousands and thousands down to 421, and you haven't even added in what type of property, what your status, all that kind of stuff. So street number folks can get you down from the whole database down to 421 with just a street number. So just a little tip. Great way to search. And then
Yeah,
Jeffrey, I have a question on the address search from the dashboard.
yeah. Let me
Um,
go there.
is that MLS listings only, or is that the full data share?
Full data share.
Full data share. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Whatever's in the regular search is in this one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And one other thing I wanted to mention is the street name is what they call wildcarded. So what was that number you gave me? Like 18319
18601.
or 601? Okay, 601. So we had like 400 or 177. Now, if I just type in a letter and type in nothing else, for example, G,
Down to
now the
6.
system is saying, find me an address that's 18601 where the street name starts with G, right? So
Yeah.
if you see there's 6 matches. So if I go to results and we'll look at the address, it's all, well, it's all
All on
garnet.
Garnet. Yeah.
But let's just say, I had a number of, I don't know, like
Well, try this.
14,
Try.
140.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Now I'm going to have a
Wow.
lot. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe
There.
140.
Maybe 140 and 1.
271.
Yeah.
Okay,
There you go.
271. So now I'm going to get German, Ginger, Greystone, Goodman, Grand. And keep in mind here, I haven't even put a criteria, right? So if I'm searching for active listing, that's going to drop it down to 2.
Yeah.
So,
But
and
but the
we,
but the location is like Huntington Beach and all that area. Did you notice that?
pardon me?
The area is kind of way out of Santa Clara County.
Oh, can be certainly. And
It,
that's
It
the
shows Huntington Beach and whatever, if you look at it.
yeah, wherever. So we have
Modesto,
Anaheim,
Anaheim. Yeah.
Modesto,
Sacramento.
Sacramento,
It's the full data
San
set.
Jose. Yeah, it's basically all the data we have, right? I did not put any criteria for location, right? If I had just said, oh, it's Santa Clara County, for example, now we're down to 12. So I can look at those 12 results and
Now San Jose,
San Jose,
Milpitas,
Mountain
Mountain View. Yeah.
View, Milpitas, Los Altos. So yeah, you can do that as well.
Mm.
But the reason we made it the system wildcard initially is some agents from other MLSs were typing in the street suffix in the street name. So for example, they were typing in 1401 German Street, but they were putting street in the street name. So we were getting
Right.
complaints that people were searching for German and 1401 and they weren't finding it. So we decided to make it wildcard to make it easier for you to try to find the property. And that actually, we got some good feedback out of it. So just keep that in mind. It is wildcarded. So if I type in GE something, then I can look at my results and it'll be Gerhardt Avenue. So yeah. So try it out and let us know what do you think about it.
Jeffrey, I think I saw a question there. So what if you typed it, because this is only going to show you if it's ever been on our system though, right? I think the question was, what if you type it in, it's the right address, but you get a 0 results? Is it looking at public database or just what's in Matrix?
It's looking at whatever was entered in our system and whatever data share we have. So
Right.
we have data share with NorCal, we have data share with CRMLS, with San Diego, DMLS. So we have a lot of data coming from a lot of the state, right? I mean, there's parts of the state that we don't data share with, like Fresno or Redding or parts
Bakersfield. Yeah.
Bakersfield, right? But
Mhm.
I mean, when you look at the amount of data share that we do with, it's a lot of territory. I'm sure Mark can probably, or someone can throw in the map of our territory that we get through data share. It's a lot. It's a lot of space.
Well,
So
Jeffrey, let's do this. Let's make it even more practical. Another little tip. You just recently added on the agent full report, you put in the source of the listing.
yep.
This is a recent addition. Dave and I have been talking about it out, Dave, at the sales meetings and marketing meetings and such.
Sure.
But as Jeffrey brings up a listing here, and go ahead and if you'd expand the screen a little bit, Jeffrey, so everyone can see right where it is. You're on the Matrix Agent Full Report.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
right here. Source.
there you go.
And let me just go to, I'll clear it all out and just do active in, say, South San Francisco. So now I'll see stuff from our listings, right? MLS listings,
Right. They
but you'll
start with
see
ML,
SF,
right? And there's some
S,
SF people there, you bet.
and BE. So if I go here, ML, it'll show source MLS listings, but then the
Okay.
next one is going to show SFAR. And then I think there was a Bay East in there. Let's see a little more. Yeah,
Somewhere
Bay
right there.
East.
Now
There it
go ahead
is.
and click on Bay East, Jeffrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is that resource.
This is the territory that we cover. And as you can
Yep.
see, it's a big part of the state. Now, it's not the whole state, but let me make this a little smaller maybe so I
There are
can,
still some
there we
pockets
go.
of counties that don't want to be involved in data share. They want to, maintain their data all to
Down
themselves,
here.
and so
So yeah, but that's essentially that's it. You
good
can do
tip,
a
Jeffrey.
search for address search and it's very, very practical. Um,
Gotcha.
do I go to the next step or do you want to take turns? Like how do you want to do this?
Well, let's take turns. David, you've got something lined up on searching
Well,
use
yeah.
toolbar.
So after I know Jeffrey just kind of poo-pooed our toolbar here, but
I know,
Oh,
but I
I'm glad I was first.
but a little bit different. Just I wanted to mix it up a little bit here, and so I was going to go ahead because I don't think this is used too much, or even agents maybe not even aware we have it. So just going to pop right into a matrix search right here, and I am going to use this speed bar save search, right? So you're right about not using that in terms of course, typing in that, a lot of times it won't be useful. But what I want to do is just if you let's say you just want to bring up some data real quick, a search that you do a lot, maybe. So I'm just gonna go like sold here, last 30 days, 0 minus 30. I'll just do single families, and I'm gonna just do my hometown here, Saratoga. All right. So I've got 18 matches there. And when you go to the results here, when we save the search itself here, we can hit save. We have that little new speed bar shortcut right here. And so if you save it using that here, if you just click on it, right, what you can do here, as you can see, is just name it. I'll call it Saratoga. So as an example here, right? And so it shows what, my criteria is. All I gotta do is hit save now. But once I do that here, all I have to do when I go in anywhere into Matrix, my dashboard, anywhere in Matrix here, search, and I use this speed bar, I can just type that slash and Saratoga, right, and just hit enter, and it's real quick, and I'm right into my
Wow.
data set. So just a little tip. I don't think many agents use it. Maybe you just want to have it, ready to go, some data, and you want it really easy to get to. Maybe a search you do a lot of times or whatever it is. But all you do again is just use that save button, use that new speeds bar save search, and you notice it already has a slash in there for you. All you have to do is type in what you're doing. But when you pull it up, just do the slash and whatever you named it, and right up in the top right here where your name is, you can see under settings right here. Here's where our speed bar shortcuts are located. So you can see I've got a couple. So you can always go in there and delete them, right? If you have them in there, or see the ones that you do have very easily. So a little different than I don't think we've ever talked about the speed bar shortcut. So
And a lot of different people, a lot of people use the search tool very differently, right? And so, David, this is great because it's just another one of those, they probably always seen, like we've always seen that extra button at the end of the save bar.
yeah,
What's that? What does that
what does
do?
it do? It does do something. So
Yeah. Um, um, if Michelle, if they've got any questions, they can use the what are we doing Q&A or chat today? Let's see. We're doing the chat box.
Yeah, you can chat. We've had some folks. In fact, I was going to just follow up with Jessica to make sure her question got answered because I think so. Would it be watching Dave? The whole question about the address existing but zero results. So hopefully we answered that satisfactorily. If not, come off mute or put something else in. But we'll definitely be answering questions as they come into the chat and as we go through more tips and tricks.
Hey, Michelle, I'm going to go off script just for a second.
Oh
It makes
no.
it sound like there was a script, Mark. This is a very casual environment. I don't know.
I'm not going to read the teleprompter. My
Yeah,
teleprompter
no.
broke.
Go. This
Um,
is fun. This is the
yeah.
fun hour. Go for it.
Well, and this is a tip. It's just, what not what we're expecting because I see Robert Bustamante down hiding in the corner of my screen. Okay. Here he is. There
He's
he is,
there.
right
He's
there.
there.
Uh, who? Him. Yeah, that guy. So, Robert, I want to talk about the tip is don't share your password
Huh.
because
Big tip.
we've got an assistance program that's cheaper than the violation if you get caught sharing your password.
Right. Hi, everybody. I obviously am not in my vendor gear. I'm in
Regulation,
my
yes.
regular
I
human
can't believe. Look
stuff.
at
Yeah,
Jeff.
We
Jeff's
normal,
said
looking good up there.
casual, but my
like a
goodness.
normie. Yeah. But let's go back to the tips on searching by address. One thing that we found is that it all depends on how the listing agent entered the address.
Right.
Right. So 100% the address is 1803 Redwood Street, right? But agent put the actual address as Redwood Street, right?
Right.
And so if they put the
The extra street.
thing, yeah, in there, you'll never find it by Redwood by the street name. So one of the things, if you're having difficulty finding it, broaden your search. I think probably the best thing to do is if you're having difficulty finding it, just extend to the map search. The map search will cover everything. Then you can start zeroing in by address, proximity geographically. Because that
Gotcha.
happens all the time. It's not there. It's not there. It's Redwood Street. I 100% know it's there. My cousin lived there. But the agent typoed it and put Redwood. I don't know. Just a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah, there's always something, right? So
But it has
you're
to be
right. Broaden your
it's a
search.
ego thing, right? It's as good output as it is input. So listing agents, if you know that, check your address, make sure it's
Yeah.
very
Don't make it
accessible,
difficult.
generic. We got the right zip code, so other people can find it.
You bet. Okay, so
Yes.
Robert, during the Cotality password issue a couple months ago, we started doing some additional inquiries into our own data, and sure enough, we uncovered a number of people who somehow have mastered the concept of time travel because they're logging in Sunnyvale, and an hour later they're logging in San Diego.
Right. What we want to share with everybody is, and it's sort of the Netflix scenario and the Hulus and things that sharing is caring, and that I can save my kids money by doing this. But you don't want to share your MLS credentials, and the main reason why is that genie gets out of the bottle very quickly, and that chain of trust breaks down right away. So I trust Mark's gonna use my password only for good, but then Mark's gonna share it with somebody that he trusts that you don't even know who that person is.
Well, my
and so
cousin,
on.
and he's a really good guy.
Yeah, and so on and so on. And it breaks down to the next thing you know, your password is out in the wild on some database and
Right.
people are logging in. And as a matter of fact, we had a case where somebody's, I think their mail was recently hijacked. And so they were able to reset their password, right? And so you have to protect all your services with unique passwords and whatever security they're offering.
Right.
Because if you do like Dave Scalara and change your password from Raiders 123 to Raiders 1234 to Raiders 1234, that's a pretty easy hack, right? So you want to make it unique. And my understanding is you don't have to do colon, asterisk, ampersand, $sign kind of
Right.
cryptic. The new trend in password security is phraseology or phrases.
Right.
So you could say, David Ziegel is a fancy dresser, right? That would be a pretty tough. Well, it's maybe pretty common for everybody.
Yeah,
but,
everybody says that a lot.
But the phrases are very difficult to break. So, and they're also very easy for you to remember, and the other guy has no idea that you're just doing,
right.
Hernandez Family Reunion 2025. They're not going to know what the heck that is, right? So, you don't want to share it. It's understandable that you think sharing is caring, but what Mark mentioned earlier is that if you need somebody to help you, right now today we have a very inexpensive assistant program, and just about everybody qualifies to be an assistant, right? Because the broker signs yes, it's okay for this assistant to come in and help you with my listings. And so we have broker authentication, broker certification, we've got agent certification. So we will let your assistant come in and help you with your MLS tasks, which could be searching for addresses and adding speed shortcuts and all those things to your account. It's $100 a year. It's a $25 nominal setup fee, and then it renews with your own account. So they do a prorated kind of thing. It's very cool. And so there's really no reason for you to share your credentials with an unauthorized user, because once that's out, it's out. And a lot of people are using overseas assistants, and now your credentials could be let out globally, right? So
Gotcha.
they'll get their own credential, they'll get their own username and password, and it makes the whole system secure. And that's very important because everybody knows, I don't know if everybody knows, but a couple of years ago, does everybody know about the Rapatoni ransomware?
I don't think we're doing a raise of hands kind of thing, Robert,
Yeah,
but I'm sure those of us that have been around.
Those poor guys, they got hijacked by
for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and it was very serious. They shut down the Rapatoni systems, which are Metro. Well, actually, it's across the country. In our market, it was MetroList, SFAR, and Berries were closed, and they had to figure out how to undo that. And when we talk about credential sharing, the risk affects everybody. If we were to get ransomware to where we would denial of service, it just shuts down the valley, right? And so we don't want it. So it's a very, very serious thing when we say, do not share your password. If you need help, get an assistant. Today, it's super affordable. There's really no reason. The first penalty is no less than $250, right? So you're already, ahead of the game, so to speak, by just paying the $100 for an assistant, and then you're above ground. You're good to go.
Yep. If they've got any questions, Robert, who do they call at MLS Listings for that kind of information?
Well, we don't have Ghostbusters on file, but you would have to call our compliance team.
Okay.
We've had to help you. And actually, Jeff's team, dragging him into the conversation,
you bet,
is our membership, and they're the people that will process your membership application. They'll add the assistant to your account, and it's a seat that you buy actually today. So if little Tiffany or Scotty go back to school or whatever, you can just contact Jeff's team again, and they'll replace with the old assistant with a new assistant at currently no additional charge, right?
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's pretty smooth system.
Okay.
Yep. Our phones are on, and we have a representative waiting.
Perfect.
Standing by.
Yeah.
So Robert, thank you for that. I know, like I say, off script, but it's we're looking, we're peeking into the data. You may got a phone call from us to say, hey, how'd you do that time travel thing? So but we have ways to help. Always have a way to help.
Make sure to check out our pro support page for additional videos on a full range of topics, and don't forget to click that subscribe button on our MLS Listings YouTube page.